Jake Durant.
The last time the Negaunee football team won a state championship, this year's team hadn't even been born yet. But that doesn't mean their winning season has been forgotten. Last Friday night, a celebration was held to honor the 20th anniversary of the 2002 state title team. We caught up with a few former players to talk about how their legacy lives on. Rings like this don't come easy.
It's so cool to see these guys from 20 years ago and the success that they brought to the community, and the community is going to show up tonight and support them just like they did 20 years ago when they were out on the field.
The Miners' run to a state championship may have happened decades ago, but the players remember it like it was just yesterday.
The nostalgia is flowing through my veins right now. Between like the restaurants and the faces that I'm seeing just coming through. When I come here, I feel, appreciated. And it's been 20 years, and, having that still, it just proves to you what Negaunee is, how special it is when you come back. So
a lot of memories are coming back, and seeing familiar faces, it's really exciting, and I can't believe that the district was willing to do something like this for our team. It's really, really special.
The night was filled with sharing memories from the Miners' unforgettable run.
It was a special time. I mean, this group of juniors and seniors had success throughout their high school football career as freshmen and sophomores. So we knew that they were going to have a really solid season coming into that season, and they won the first 8 games, and then we had a hiccup on our last game of the regular season and had some really competitive playoff games, and then eked out a state championship in overtime when the Silverdome was still in play, and we played in Pontiac.
What really it comes down to, I think, is when you're making a playoff run, you look at the bracket, you got to get a break somewhere, and we had a couple of those in every game that we played. So it was a really gritty group, and maybe wasn't the most talented team even in Negaunee history, but it was just one of those things where when the going got tough, the tough got going, and we made some big breaks and things went our way, and we were able to pull off a title.
Connecting the past to the present, current head coach Paul Jacobson was in his 3rd year on the sidelines in 2002.
It's great seeing these guys. You haven't seen them in quite some time, some since they graduated, but man, what they were able to accomplish in 2002, it still rings today in these locker rooms, and proud of these guys. It's just a fantastic opportunity to get these guys together and celebrate their great accomplishment.
Members from the 02 team got a chance to watch a vintage Miners performance, and afterward got a chance to talk with the team and share some wisdom from their experience.
Just going back in that locker room is just going to be super special. Like I said, I've never had a brother growing up, so having 40+ brothers that I could call brothers still 20 years later, just being able to give these new age Negaunee players what it means 20 years later, what it means to be a Negaunee Miner, and putting that jersey on in front of these great fans every single Friday night is going to be super special, and I can't wait.
I think honestly, and I know it's cliche, but it's really never give up, and that was kind of what happened with our team. And you stick to your guns and your foundations, and like things are meant to be, things are going to break for you.
It's a message Coach Jacobson continues to use to inspire the current team, who has their own aspirations of bringing home some hardware.
We use examples from these teams, and with the guys in the locker room, and pregame talks and postgame talks, and it's just what it takes to be successful. Not only you have to be good, you got to be lucky, and you got to be healthy. And this group really, I think, set the tempo for years to come. Just the grit they had, the tenacity, the way they dealt with adversity. Our main goal right now, like this team did in 2002. They took it one step at a time, one game at a time, and that's the biggest thing that we want to make sure we get across to our players right now, is this one step at a time. So we got to make sure we stay focused on what's the task at hand.